Hello, everybody. How y'all do? Right, welcome to the Spiritual Warfare Breakthrough. And I am the prophet, Big Baby, doing it live right here with you all. And today, we're going to do the topic on the truth about slavery. And it's the truth about slavery. Yes, and before we get started, before we go forward, I just want to make note, and you make note of it if you have an ink pen or paper, pencil, or just if you have good memory. This is the note that I like for you to make. Edom, E-D-O-M, is the biblical name of today's so-called white man. Edom. Edom is in Genesis. You can find the name in Genesis. You can find it in Exodus, Deuteronomy. But if they say the white man wasn't in the beginning, he was in the beginning. It's the only way they can persuade us to do the wrong thing that our ancestors warned us about. Well, this is the same white man that led us into slavery, captivity, starting with Spain and then America, extension of ancient Rome. Yes, America is an extension of ancient Rome. Okay. And we're taking from the beginning. The so-called blacks and Hispanics are the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the children of the slave trade. Yes. And what happened was the prophets warned us that if we broke God's commandments, we would be punished as a people. Read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68. This happened to no other nation but the 12 tribes of Israel. Our children would be taken from us, given to another race of people, and we could do nothing to stop it from happening. Well, it's the truth, because I've read, I saw videos speaking about it, Harriet Tubman and other people. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments. Now, to those who are in this window for your spiritual warfare breakthrough, these are the things that I've been saying that we must do. We have to tend to the 10 commandments. That's the only way to break and get through your warfare, your spiritual warfare, whether it be inside to outside of you. You have to use the commandments. And those who've been keeping up with me agree that these are the things that we must do. And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake. We would also be forced to work for food when all we had to do is go in the garden and pick it. Pull up the greens, you heard me? Pull up the watermelons. Now we gotta, it's gonna get there. I don't want to move ahead of myself. But, water, clothing, and anything else we may need. The chains of iron were put upon our necks until we were destroyed as a people. Yeah, so now we put gold chains on our necks. And that's supposed to separate us from the poor and the rich when we all the same people. Nothing don't change. Now you paying for the chain on your neck. Your ancestors fought to keep it off, and now you paying thousands and thousands of dollars to put it on. And then it ain't real gold. It's a whole lot of other stuff mixed with the filling of gold. Yeah. It's not your fault. It just was a way of life. So we have to undo the way of life that they tricked you into. The same way they tricked our ancestors into making a trade of their birthright, of their covenant with God. In Deuteronomy, see, because putting the chains upon our necks until we were destroyed as a people, and now we destroyed as a people. We are people, but we not a people. We are people, meaning a group. We not connected like we supposed to be with the Spirit of God. And we go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee. See, the thing is, we was reading yesterday about, is he a slave or a servant? So we became servants and slaves. It's just right here, I just read it. In Deuteronomy 28:48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst. That's all we didn't get paid no money. They didn't get paid no money. All they did was feed them and gave them something to drink and kept working them. And in nakedness and screwing the mamas and the grandmas and the sisters for nothing freely. Free pickings, as they say. And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. That's what happened. They put chains on their neck, on their wrists, on their legs. They can't run. Those who ran got feet cut off. They'd sit around and they'd peel a lot of potatoes. They ain't got to worry about them running no more. Yeah, they're going to do something. Believe that. Until he have destroyed thee. Meaning destroyed us from our commandments, from our God will. The yoke of the iron were removed from our necks once we were mentally and spiritually destroyed. Mentally and spiritually destroyed. That means all men were like, they would hurt each other if one tried to do something that's gonna get them in trouble. Yo, wish you would. Who? They ain't had to watch him no more. Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. They'll kill. We start killing us ourselves already. The yokes of iron were removed from our necks once we were mentally and spiritually destroyed as a people and divided into false religions and nationalities. Nationalities, meaning races, meaning... We get to it. It's just so much that we can allow one white man, Edom, to control a nation. But they had what we didn't have. They had them guns. Now we got the guns in our possession, but we don't want to use it. We ain't gonna do nothing like that. No, no. No, we not. See, God says in here how he's going to bring them down. They're going to bring themselves down. As I read, if they sin against thee, in 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 46, if they sin against thee, God, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captive unto the land of the enemy, far or near. Yeah, we're not even near our country where we come from. Not even near it. So far, we're not even near it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. So we are scattered, all 12 tribes scattered. Of the earth. We fled into Africa, the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. Luke chapter 21, verse 20 through 22. Then we were captured during the slave trade and sold to the white man, Edom. That's E-D-O-M, Edom. Africans sold the Negroes for guns. And the thing about it is, these are two brothers that's one over the Negroes, one over the African. They both black, but they doing these things all because of one man, saying they're gonna give them this power on earth to be over these, but all the while they over them for him. They don't understand. You get them under control, he gonna get you. He got you already. And that's Edom, the white man. Arabs also sold Negroes. In Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, bondage, slavery. In Exodus 20, verse 2, again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Once they got you, you couldn't be resold. You become theirs, their slave. See, 200 million died during the conquest of the New World, America, Holocaust, and 100 million during the Middle Passage of slave trade. It's a lot of people. In Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. That's what's going on today, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. They don't know them. They think they know them. How you know somebody that'll kill your own child? You know them? No, you don't, because they'll kill you too. Even wood and stone. Meaning they're gods that the fathers have known, even, nor the fathers have known even wood and stone. All the wood they had to use to build the country, all the stones they had to use to build the walls, they didn't know they don't know the wood, they don't know the stones, but they had to hustle and buffle and put it together. Deuteronomy 28:49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far from thee in the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. The American elite scholars and Freemasons know something we don't. They know that blacks and Hispanics are the Israelites, and that they still have us in captivity. To show this power of knowledge, they use symbolism. A symbolism of which they have on dollar bills. Yeah, it's getting that time when they allow that $20 bill to get made, and you fold it certain ways and you can see the Twin Towers being blown up. That was the message. They allowed the same people who blew the building up to make the money. They had to make sure they took off the mustache, because it was the one Obama had to go get out the mountains. Yeah. Who was trying to kill. I don't know if it's the right blueprint, but that's what I heard. Because he was the president, Bush. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just reading and giving you the knowledge of Edom, the white man, and the slavery of the 12 tribes. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, bondage, slavery. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Again with ships by the way, whereof I spoke unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Yeah. Now they have Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. Meaning going up to the moon with the things they doing now, the satellite, the GPS, whatever they got up there. Pay attention to it. Thence will I bring thee down. So now they doing something, they messing with God. See, it's out of our power, out of our hand to do anything but pray. So that's why we have to come back as a people and pray and do what God say, live under the 10 Commandments. For let go and let God, he fights our battle. He's been fighting it since the time Moses went past Esau and walked around for 40 years, and then God said go through the wilderness, go north. See, you move ahead of time, you don't have a sense of direction. You could have went right into the enemies where all the war at, where it was going down. So that's how our people survive. Not making no sudden moves. Doing what God said do through Moses. And here I am today, giving you a testament on how it's about to go down today, in this life and time. And he says, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. Well, you have doubt that God can bring them down? I don't have no doubt in it. Said the Lord. See, Edom does space travel and landed on the moon. So Edom is who I kept telling you, the white man. Now you may have blacks involved with rockets and all that right now, but in the beginning, they had no blacks involved with that. Whites were, and that's Edom. That's who been having us in capture to do what's been going on. So if those blacks who helped create the lifters that the rockets can go up there, well, so be it. Though if the black man that helped, they can send the GPS, the circle of moon and all that, okay, orbiting, as you say, so be it. But believe this, God already said what we were going to be doing for them. And then when this happened, in due time, as I read, Edom shall come down. And this is the Edomine, the Edomite, called the Empire. From Greek, Romans, and the USA Eagle. The eagle has landed. That's on the moon. John F. Kennedy. Thou set thou nest among the stars. That's the GPS. Circling the stars. Out there around the moon. Trying to be omnipresent like God. Capital G-O-D. Here we are. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? See, Esau is the one that sold his birthmark. He the one signed everything over with Edom. God considered him as Edom. Verse 9. And thy mighty men, and thou mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Yeah.